I'm showcasing my top 5 assault rifle loadouts in Warzone 2 Season 1 Reloaded. Because you guys didn't see, I just recently posted my top 5 SMGs. So I thought I'd go through, update you guys on my ARs, and tell you guys exactly what you should be running right now in the current meta. But first, before I hop into anything, I want to give a huge shout out to Tayson, Peyton, and Taser for having my post notifications on. If you guys want a chance of getting my next video, make sure you guys go down below and hit that big red subscribe button, as well as leaving a like and a comment saying noties. Watch the full video through. But like I said, I have you guys with the top 5 ARs in the game right now. So without further ado, let's hop directly into loading number 1. Gun number 1 and loadout number 1 is the TAC 56 assault rifle. I'm telling you guys, such a fantastic weapon. It's incredibly easy to use and it has absolutely no recoil. And this is actually a gun I get a lot of comments about on my YouTube shorts, my long form videos, and just overall, all collectively, this is a gun you guys are very interested in. So of course, hopping directly into the build for the muzzle, I have the Harbinger D20 muzzle, giving you that sound suppression, bolt velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness, helping out the TAC 56 in every imaginable way. Overall, making you quieter on the map and keeping you off the minimap, getting you closer to hit scan, making you hit way harder, which is super essential, and making you a beam. And then mixing in perfectly with the muzzle is the 17.5-inch Tundra Pro barrel, giving you even more damage range, hip fire accuracy, and bolt velocity. Again, getting you closer to hit scan and making you hit harder. And then for the underbarrel, I'm gonna go with the FTAC Grouper 56, just like normal, giving you that aiming auto stability, recoil stabilization, and hip fire accuracy. Again, one of the big reasons why this TAC 56 really does not move at all. And then for the next attachment, I have the 60 round mag on for the build. Of course, like I always tell you guys, this is 100% personal preference. You can really run the 60 or the 40. The 40 does get slightly better mobility, but you're gonna see that the 60 just feels way better. And then for the last attachment on the build, in my opinion, the cleanest scope in the entire game. But again, another attachment that I tell you guys is all preference. You can run whatever scope you feel the most comfortable with. But like I said, the AIM V4 is just super clean. It has very little visual recoil. And then hopping directly into the tuning for the muzzle, I'm gonna go fully maxed out recoil smoothness, and I'm gonna go fully maxed out bolt velocity. On the barrel, I'm gonna go fully maxed out recoil steadiness, making it more of a beam, and I'm also gonna max out my damage range. On the FTAC Grouper 56, I'm gonna keep the bottom bar completely even at 0-0, and on the left bar, I'm gonna completely max out recoil stabilization again. And then for the last attachment that has tuning, I'm gonna completely zoom it in for close, and I'm also gonna max out my ADS speed, making you a little bit quicker. But overall, that is my full build for the TAC 56 assault rifle in Warzone 2 Season 1 Reloaded. I'm telling you guys, by far the best assault rifle in the entire game, and in my opinion, probably the easiest weapon to use in the game as well. So if you guys have not already, which I'd be very surprised if you guys haven't, you guys need to go through, give the full build a try, tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. Without further ado, let's hop directly into loading number 2. Loading number 2 and gun number 2 on the list is the M4 assault rifle, another very good underrated weapon, and also another very easy to use weapon, just like the TAC 56. But hopping directly into the build for the muzzle, same thing on this build. I have the Harbinger D20 muzzle with the exact same pros and cons as the TAC 56. But if you don't want to use the Harbinger D20, you can use the RF Crown 50 muzzle, giving you even more horizontal and vertical recoil control, or you could also use the FTAC Castle Comp. And then of course, a very important attachment for the build is the HIGHTOWER 20-inch barrel, giving you even more damage range, bolt velocity, recoil control, and hip fire accuracy, mixing in with every other attachment you have on the build, making you more of a beam and way more controllable, but also making you hit harder and getting you closer to hit scan. And of course, I have the FTAC Grouper 56 for my underbarrel again. I know, a very similar build to my TAC 56. I feel like a lot of the attachments are the same across these builds, but the FTAC Grouper 56 is giving you the exact same pros and cons, making you an absolute beam with the M4 as well. And then of course, for the M4, I also have the 60 round mag. Again, like I said, for the TAC 56, you can run the 60 or the 45 if you want, but the 60 just feels better. And then for the last attachment on the build, you can go so many different ways with this. You can go a laser or a rear grip to make you more controllable or even quicker, because the M4 does kind of lack ADS speed. You could also go the high velocity ammunition, but of course, for me, I'm gonna go with the AIM V4 optic, because like I was saying, this is by far, in my opinion, the cleanest scope in the game, and it makes the gun very controllable as well. And then hopping directly into the tuning for the muzzle, I'm gonna go recoil smoothness and bolt velocity again. For the barrel, I'm gonna go fully maxed out recoil steadiness, and I'm also maxed out my damage range. On the FTAC Grouper 56, I'm gonna do the exact same tuning I have on it as I do for the TAC 56. And then for the AIM V4, our last attachment with tuning, I'm gonna fully max out my ADS speed, and I'm gonna zoom it into close again. But overall, that is my full build for the M4 assault rifle in the game right now. I'm telling you guys, such an underrated weapon. I know a lot of people like to use it, but a lot of people don't give it the credit for how good it actually is. And it's also super easy to use as well. So if you guys have not already, you guys need to go through, give the full build a try, tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. And like I said, a lot of the attachments are transferring from build to build, so you're gonna see more of these attachments on the next build and the build after that. But you can swap things up for personal preference. Like I was saying, you could swap in a laser, a rear grip, a stock, and ammunition if you want. Kind of just use it, feel comfortable with it, and swap things as you need. But like I said, that is my loadout number 2. So without further ado, let's hop directly into loadout number 3. Gun number 3 and loadout number 3 on the list is the cast off Off 762, another gun I actually uploaded recently. It's super easy to use and it hits really hard. So I'm directly into the build for the muzzle. We have the ZLR Talon 5 muzzle, which is very similar to the Harbinger D20, giving the exact same pros and cons. Of course, this ZLR Talon 5 isn't super easy to unlock. I think you unlock it using a really weird gun. So if you guys don't have the ZLR Talon 5, you can 100% run the Polar Fire S if you need to. And then mixing in perfectly with the ZLR Talon 5 or the Polar Fire S, you have the CAS-10 584 barrel, giving you even more damage range, bolt velocity, recoil control, and hip fire accuracy. Of course, most barrels giving you the exact same pros and cons, making you hit harder, getting you closer to hit scan, and just making you way more controllable. And then of course for the underbarrel, I have the FTAC Group 56 for the third build in a row. Like I was saying before, these attachments do swap from build to build. I kind of feel bad for just repeating the same attachments, but they are by far the best. And this, with the aiming, auto stability, recoil stabilization, and hip fire accuracy, is just making you 10 times more controllable. And then of course, something very self-explanatory, you have the 40 round mag on. In this case, you can't really run the 20 round mag. You don't really want to. You can run no mag for a 30 mag, but I feel like the 40 round mag is by far the best option for the build. And then for the last attachment on the build, I actually don't like the aimbot V4 on the Cast-Off 762. I don't know why, but it feels really bouncy and jumpy. So for me, I'm gonna run the SZ Sigma 4 optic, a very clean, very easy to use little red dot, and it makes the gun feel so incredibly controllable. And then for the tuning on the muzzle, I went fully maxed out recoil smoothness, and I also maxed out my bolt velocity. On the barrel, the exact same thing as the last few barrels. I'm gonna go fully maxed out recoil steadiness, and I'm gonna max out my damage range. On the FTAC Rupert 56, we have the exact same tuning that we did for the last two times. We go fully maxed out recoil stabilization, and we leave the bottom bar completely even at 0-0. And then for the last attachment on the Sigma 4 optic, we're gonna go fully maxed out ADS speed again, and I'm also gonna zoom it in all the way to close. But overall, that's my full Cast-Off 762 loadout in Warzone 2 Season 1 Reloaded. I'm telling you guys, that is my loadout number 3 and my gun number 3 on the list. It is super good and easy to use. So if you guys have not already tried the Cast-Off 762, I promise you, you are missing out. So you guys gotta go through, give the full build a try. Tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. Without further ado, stop directing to loading number 4. Gun number 4 and loading number 4 on the list is the Cast-Off 74U, which of course is kind of a close range weapon. I kind of build it as like a hybrid AR SMG, but it is so incredibly good and easy to use. Again, this has the best aim assist I think out of any gun in the game, and it hits so incredibly hard. So I'm directly into the build for the laser. Like I said, I kind of build this as a hybrid SMG AR, so I toss on the OLEV laser, giving you ADS speed, aiming stability, and sprint to fire speed, speeding you up in multiple different ways and making you more accurate. And then for the underbarrel, I go the FSS SHARKFIN 90, giving you that aiming, auto stability, mixing it with the laser and a few of the other attachments, making you way more controllable, and a beam, letting you kill really fast up close, but also letting you beam people across the map. And then of course, just like the Cast-Off 762, we have something very self-explanatory. Of course, you don't want to use the 20 round mag or the base 30 mag, so I toss in the 45 round mag, giving you that mag capacity, making it to where you aren't reloading after every single kill. And then for the next attachment, I have the Marquee R7 stock, giving you even more crouch movement speed, ADS speed, and sprint speed. Like I was saying, I want to be as fast as possible, especially with it being a hybrid SMG AR, up close, medium range, long range, everything. This gun is literally built for everything you need it to do. So the Marquee R7 stock is just speeding you up even more. And then for the last attachment, of course, like I was saying, you need to be able to beam long range as well. So I toss on the FTAC Castle Comp muzzle, giving you even more vertical and horizontal recoil control, making this thing an absolute beam. And then hopping directly to the tuning for the muzzle, I'm going to fully max out my recoil stabilization. I'm also going to max out my gun kick control. For the FSS SHARKFIN 90, I'm going to fully max out my recoil stabilization again, and I'm going to leave the bottom bar completely even at 0-0. And then for the last attachment that has tuning, because this build only has 3, for the Marquee R7 stock, I'm going to completely max out my ADS speed, and I'm also going to max out my aim walking speed, giving you that strafe speed. But overall, that is my full Cast-Off 74U build in Warzone 2 Season 1 Reloaded. I'm telling you guys, such a great hybrid weapon, a very good assault rifle that you could use long range, medium range, close range. It's basically an SMG AR hybrid. I'm telling you guys, such a fantastic weapon. So if you guys have not already, you guys need to go through, give the full build a try. Tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it down in the comments below. Like I said, man, that's my loadout number 4. So without further ado, let's hop directly into our last loadout. Loadout number 5. Loadout number 5 and gun number 5 on the list is the Lockman 556. I've been seeing a lot of people compare it to the Grau 556, and honestly, I kind of see the comparison because this thing has absolutely no recoil and it is by far the easiest to use weapon on this entire list. So hopping directly into the build for the barrel, I went with the 15.9-inch Lockman wrap barrel, giving you even more bolt velocity, damage range, recoil control, and hip fire accuracy. One of the big reasons why this Lockman 5.56 is so incredibly useful and such a beam. And then mixing with the barrel perfectly, you have the Harbinger D20 muzzle, of course, giving you the exact same pros and cons as it was before, making it to where it's way more useful in every possible way. And then for the next attachment on the build, I have the 40 round mag on. Of course, like I always tell you guys, this is 100% personal preference. You can run the 40 or the 60, but I just feel a little bit better with the 40 round mag, especially because I play so aggressive. Our fourth attachment on the build is the AMOP V4 optic. Like I've been telling you guys over and over, in my opinion, this is the cleanest scope in the game, and it has very little visual recoil, so it mixes in perfectly with the Lockman 5.56, just making it to where you can beam people across any point of the map. And then from here, we have our last attachment where you could go anywhere you want. You can go with a laser, making you quicker and more accurate. You can go with a rear grip, a stock, anything you want. But of course, the very self-explanatory option is the underbarrel. So for me, I'm gonna go with the FTAC Rubber 56, giving the exact same pros and cons as Ben giving you, making it to where this gun is so incredibly controllable. And then hopping directly into the tuning for the muzzle, I'm actually gonna go ADS speed this time, kind of speeding you up because it is kind of slow with the build we have. And then I'm also gonna max out my bolt velocity as well. And then for the barrel, I'm gonna go fully max out recoil steadiness, and I'm also max out my damage range. On the AMOP V4 optic, I'm gonna go fully max out ADS speed again, which is super helpful. I'm also gonna zoom it in fully to close. And then for the last attachment that has tuning on the build, I'm gonna go fully maxed out ADS speed again. Like I said, I want to be as fast as humanly possible, and the build itself already has close to no recoil. And then down below, I'm gonna go fully maxed out aiming, idle stability. But overall, that is my full build for the Lockman 5.56. Like I was saying before, super easy to use, and it's super comparable to the Grau 5.56, to where it just has no recoil and you can just beam people from any point of the map. So of course, if you guys have not already, you guys need to go through, give the full build a try. Some of the highest kill game you guys get with it. Like I said, that's my loadout number 5 and my last gun on the list. So of course, go through, give every single loadout on the list a try. Tell me down in the comments below if they help you guys out at all, and if they do, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button. That's it for the video.